Thank you. Welcome to what I consider 30th birthday. It's humbling to be 30 years old, but we're really 30 years young. We talked about this with the team. There's other brands that have been around a lot longer, but we are young at heart, and we are excited about the future. We talk about 30 years young. Now that I'm 50, I think about when I was 30. The optimism that was there, and the future, what we could do, and it's very exciting to think that way. We really think about this in terms of, look at that. We think about this in terms of many things. I'm sure you've noticed in the past 8 months or so, we're really starting to focus on our branding and our marketing and get some color back into the brand because we are 30 years out, and the voiceover that we've chose, Mr. Michael Jordan. I don't know if you've seen the movie Creed, but we were trying to decide who do we use as a voice, who will be our guy. And many great actors' names came out. And at the end, this is the image, this is what you just saw as the feeling that we wanted. And Michael B. stuck out because I asked him, how old is Michael B? He said he's 29 years old. That's that guy. He's got to be the guy who represents us. So slowly but surely, we're trying to gather momentum back around and get some time back into it. It's an interesting brand, Acura. It's deep roots in America. Look at all these things that are pointed out there. It's the first import luxury market. Sometimes we forget about that, but we were the first. More than 4 million Acura vehicles were purchased. More than 2.3 million of those were made in North America. And 98% of the U.S. Acura sales in 2015 were products made right here. And it's interesting like that because there's no other brand that kind of could speak to that kind of background, if you will. We are a Japanese company, a corporation. This brand was built and grew up on this. It's kind of like me. I'm a Japanese American guy. I have Japanese roots, but I have a lot of American thinking and background. And this brand speaks to multicultural type thinking. I think that's what makes it interesting for us and interesting to a lot of people. Now, these cars right here are very critical in how I got into business. I don't know if you want to know, but I first joined the company back in 1989 as a designer. So I came out of Art Center College of Design here right after David, Mr. Barrick here. But I was supposed to go to a big old General Motors, just say General Motors. And I was slated to go, and it was so close to going, and this guy talked me out of it. But it was a point where these vehicles are out there, this brand, what it stood for, it just blew my mind, really, as a product designer coming out, looking at the NSX, looking at this Integra, looking at this Legend, and discussing the Legend with one of our customers, the lone white one that is just like the one over there, and just discussing about, looking at the proportions of these vehicles, look at the quality of fit and finish compared to what was out there. Compared to an E-Class that was out at the time, that Legend there was about 100 millimeters. It's 6 inches lower everywhere. And so, being a designer, lower is good. And I wanted to work for a company that could do these types of great things. And so, huge impact on my life, Acura, and the career I took. The mantra then, precision, craft, and performance. And I hope you recognize by now, we've spent a lot of marketing right here lately to push the precision, craft, and performance back into the brand. We are about performance. That's what we come from. That's our heritage. At 30, this is who we are. We recognize who we are. We go back and we realize exactly, just like when you're 30, you're goofing off in your 20s a little bit. You do all kinds of things. I got pictures of me when I'm 20 that I'm not going to share with anybody. But at 30, you kind of know what you want. You know where you come from. And you know what you're supposed to do. And so you have goals. And Precision crafted performance is our heritage. That's what we're doing. And interesting fact, the first 2 years of Acura, if you look for an ad in Acura, the first 2 years, you won't find one word of luxury. Just talk about performance. And we're a performance band. That's what we're rooted, and that's what we're focusing ourselves again. And what better product to push down the atmosphere? The NSX in all its entirety is just incredible. It's our halo vehicle. You saw it outside. I don't know how many of you have a chance to sit in it or drive it, but to tell you the truth, anybody that has driven it, I'll tell you it's special. It's different. It's unique, just like the first one that's there. And I want to speak a little bit about our corporate philosophy a little bit, because I think it's really important so people understand. In our corporation, we always try to bring technology that will at some point benefit society in some way. So when we decided to create this Halo car, I remember Mr. Ito, our CEO at the time, told me, we're going to make this thing hybrid. And I questioned him. What did you make out of it? You made the lightweight. That's what a sports car is. You want to move really fast and the handle's great. That's what it's supposed to be. And he said, that's not what it is in our corporation. We have environmental issues we should think about. So I'm going to challenge the team to make a supercar that's a hybrid. And the team rose to the occasion. At first, many people were worrying, are you crazy? I wish we could just take all this stuff off, whatever. But at the end, the three-motor system, the hybrid system, allows this car to perform amazingly in a different and unique way. And someday, I'm hoping that everybody gets a chance to drive this thing, but it is truly unique. You've seen some of the write-ups of some of the other journalists that are out there. It's incredible. It's in line with our corporate philosophy. And so we're really, really proud of this car as our Halo brand. It means everything, precision crafted performance this time around. One of the key things that we have to realize that the market out there is very competitive. We all know that. There's everybody coming into the luxury area, lots of competition, a lot more than before. How do you survive? You can't just do it with product. So when we talk about NSX and precision crafted performance, it's no longer just talking about the product. We're talking about it to a friend of manufacturing. They make this vehicle, but they're searching for new ways to manufacture things in a thinking process of precision crafted performance. What can we bring new? Because when we talk to the guys that made the NSX, they'll tell you, we thought about innovation, taking risks. We wanted to make sure that it was human-centered, about the driver, that it's alluring and styling, dynamic performance, and one very interesting characteristics that we call zero. And so the people that you see here, they're thinking about those characteristics that they make this car, but they're also thinking, how can I make other cars that way? And the techniques and things that they find and create at the PMC, our purpose with this is to, hey, let's try that in other vehicles and other lines and other parts of factories, maybe not even bigger. And we're discussing this to continue to push the innovation for future products, not just the NSX, but in other lines. So those characteristics I just talked about, and I also talked about it in the context of manufacturing and from a product point of view. What about sales? I'm in sales now. And after 26 years in R&D, 8 months ago, I got tossed over the wall over here to sales side. How do we bring the essence of the NSX into the sales process? So what we're challenging our sales and service people right now is, what does it mean to be an alluring salesperson? Or human-centered service, what is that? What's innovation, risk-taking that you're thinking about in your daily work that you do? And we're trying to build a brand around characteristics that are haloed around this car and truly create a complete precision crafted performance experience for future clients. That is our purpose. That's what we're striving to do. That's what we're focusing on over in the building right now. I'm really excited about that. Now, the Acura Precision concept is about the core models. We have the Halo car. What are we going to do with the core models going forward? You can't just have the NSX, service and all, and that's great. What are we doing about the core models? And Mr. Merrick and his team here in Torrance campus came up with a precision concept. This is a look at the future of styling direction for Acura. This is a sedan image, but we know that there's a lot of exciting things that are in this vehicle that you're going to start to see in future products. And we're going to do this quickly to really change the look and feel of our stores and our brand in totality so that it feels precision friendly. Now this car came out, the MDX came out last month. You're already starting to see the impact of what a good future design direction can do, even with an MMC. When I look at this car, I don't even see an MMC, I see almost a complete transformation. It looks like a brand new car. And we're very excited about this vehicle. It's one of our pillar vehicles, it's a top seller for the brand. And when we came out with this last month, it was showing in New York 99% positive response to this design direction as much as this vehicle. So we're really excited about the future of what might be going down this summer because of this. Interior, it's just not the exterior, we're talking about interior, we're upgrading everything, features, things, quality. You're going to see real wood in here. One of the things that are not listed in here is we got canopy seats back in the MDX that we're going to be bringing out. And it also creates a feeling of a personal performance image. So we're really excited about what this car is going to be bringing to the table in the summer. Another thing that we want to talk about with the MDX, in the fall, we will have the sports hybrid version of this vehicle. So here's several ways we can connect the NSX to a performance. One, maybe we can do it through sports variants. Other ways, with vehicles like this, which is a little bit more expensive, we could use that sports hybrid all-wheel drive system and connect and get the relationship between the NSX and our top models like the RLX and the MDX. And so we're happy about this car coming out this fall. Now, it's a very popular car. People look at numbers. We can't get enough of these things in the dealer's hands at the moment. So we'll be dual sourcing this vehicle between Alabama and Ohio starting at the beginning of next year to get these vehicles that people want into their hands. And so some of these sales issues that we've had, you see numbers, it's just we can't make enough of these things. And so that's not going to be a problem coming next year. We're looking forward to that. 4 consecutive years of growth. We are steadily growing. That's our corporate way. We're going to continue to go step by step and grow these volumes. We got to get these volumes up, and especially, what are we going to do next year? Obviously, 5th consecutive year. Because if I don't make that happen, I don't think that popping back over to the studio, I'll be looking to make it very quickly. So, we're going to be shooting for more volume. Another interesting fact for Acura, gateway model success. We're 30 years young, we talked about that. We are resonating with millennials. It's the #1 best-selling model in the segment, the #1 selling model in the segment with 35-year-olds. ILX plus 45%, growing faster than any other sedan. That's what we're talking about. Mercedes came in second place, I believe, in front of Mercedes and BMW. Second, so it's very popular with the people that want to resonate with. Millennial buyers, we're talking about, they're the future premium owners, and they're coming, and we're looking at them, and we're trying to understand it. At 30, we're millennial, and so maybe that's how it's working out, but we're focusing on what we want to do with our product branding and marketing, a feel of the brand, if you will, to cater to it. So we're really focused on strengthening Acura going forward. Obviously, we talked about a lot of things with product, marketing, and customer experience, but it's all going to be part of the precision craft performance journey. Meaning, in the past, it's always been about the product. When you talk about precision craft performance, it's the product. This time around, it's the total Acura experience, if you will. Everybody at Acura is very focused in making sure that the client feels some unique experience, buying experience, that they can get from coming to a store. And so we're really happy with that. Last, it's critical because commitment to this brand is huge. And we have a lot of good products coming. And it's because Mr. Achio, the CEO and new CEO, spoke to us in January at Detroit, mentioned, you're 30 years old. It's an exciting time for the brand. We're focused, we're committed, and we're looking forward to the next 30 years. I don't know what next 30 years is, but what I do want, more than anything, is that I remember those 3 cars that really made me want to work for this company. And we know that feeling, David and I definitely know that feeling at that time. And until we get that feeling, we're going to need to push it. And it's not going to take us 3 years to get there. So we look forward to work with everybody. And thank you for coming today and enjoying our